have you ever like noticed how some people in their 20s, like they just seem older than you'd expect. But then you meet someone in their 30s and they just seem so youthful.
Yeah.
We're going to deep dive into that today. And this deep dive is brought to you by FadedTech AI.
Okay.
So we've got some interesting research, and it looks at how people see aging differently now.
Okay.
Especially when it comes to like millennials versus Gen Z.
Right.
So those like 20-somethings and 30-somethings. And what we really want to figure out is like, what is going on here?
Well,
why is this happening?
It's kind of a bunch of things all mixed together.
Okay.
But one of the big things is for sure generational experiences.
Right.
Like every generation, they're influenced by the culture and the technology and the social norms, you know, all that kind of stuff that's happening at the time.
Yeah, for sure.
And all that stuff can really have an effect on how people approach aging.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm thinking back to the early 2000s, like when yoga studios started popping up everywhere and everyone was drinking green smoothies.
Yeah.
It was like millennials were all about that healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe that's like giving them a head start now.
It could be.
While Gen Z is still like trying to catch up.
Yeah. You know, it might not just be about the lifestyle choices, though.
Right.
We also have to think about the type of stress each generation is dealing with.
Oh, yeah.
Like the stress can actually have a real physical impact on how fast people age.
Yeah.
Think about all those 20-somethings out there. They're in that hustle culture all the time.
Right.
The career pressure and the money worries and like that whole social media comparison thing.
It's a lot.
It is. It's a lot.
Yeah. I don't envy them.
No.
Like, how does stress actually make you age faster, though?
Well, chronic stress, it makes your body produce more cortisol.
Right.
That's a hormone, and it's important in small doses, but when you have too much of it all the time, it can really mess things up.
Okay.
Cortisol, it affects your skin health. It breaks down the collagen and elastin. Those are proteins that keep your skin looking nice and firm and, like, bouncy.
Oh, so that's why stress can give you wrinkles.
Exactly.
And make your skin sag.
Yeah. And it can also make your complexion look dull. It's not just about how you look on the outside either.
Right.
Cortisol affects everything, like how well you sleep, how much energy you have.
Yeah.
It can even make you feel older.
Wow. So it's like cortisol is speeding up the aging process.
Yeah.
From the inside and the outside.
Pretty much.
It makes you wonder, like, what happens if you're living in that stress state all the time?
It's definitely something to think about.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you add in all the screen time people are getting these days.
Oh, right. Especially Gen Z.
Yeah, they grew up with technology everywhere. Spending hours on their phones and tablets and computers.
Right.
All that exposure to blue light.
Okay.
That can make you age faster, too.
Really? I know blue light is bad for sleep.
Yeah.
But how does it make you age?
Well, for one thing, it gets deeper into your skin than UV rays even.
Oh, wow.
And that causes oxidative stress, and it damages the collagen and elastin.
So like the cortisol?
Yeah, kind of like the cortisol.
Okay, so that's wrinkles and fine lines and stuff.
Exactly. It can even cause hyperpigmentation.
And millennials, didn't they grow up with a lot of screen time too?
Yeah, but not quite as much as Gen Z.
Oh, okay.
They were still spending time outside playing, you know.
Yeah.
Gen Z has been immersed in the digital world pretty much from the start.
That's true.
And blue light, it doesn't just affect your skin either.
Oh, really? What else does it do?
Well, there's new research coming out.
Okay.
It suggests that blue light could be linked to hormonal imbalances and problems with your metabolism. And even, like, it could affect brain development in kids.
Oh, wow.
It's still a pretty new area of research.
Yeah.
But there's more and more evidence coming out, and it is making people worried about what all this screen time is doing to us.
Yeah, that is a little scary.
It is kind of like we're all part of this big social experiment.
Yeah.
And we're just starting to figure out what the results are.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
It really makes you wonder about all this technology and how it's shaping us.
Yeah.
Not just like how we act, but like biologically too, you know? Like, think about casinos.
Okay.
They've always been good at using lights and sounds to get people to stay and play.
Oh, yeah. I've definitely felt that. Like, you walk into a casino and suddenly you have no idea what time it is?
Exactly.
Are you saying that they might be using blue light to manipulate people?
Well, there's been this rumor going around for years that some casinos back in the 80s, they were experimenting with blue light in the slot machines.
Oh, wow.
The idea was that it could, like, put people in a trance.
What?
So they'd be more suggestible and not really pay attention to how much money they're spending.
That's kind of scary.
It is a little bit.
But also pretty smart.
Right.
It makes you think, like, what about our phones and computers now? The screens are so bright.
Yeah.
And everything's designed to keep us hooked.
Yeah.
Are they manipulating us too?
It's a possibility. Technology is getting more advanced all the time. We really need to start thinking about how it's being used, whether it's intentional or not, to change how we think and what we do.
Even like on a biological level.
Exactly.
This is fascinating, but I'm sure you get a little freaked out.
I know, it's a lot to take in.
Is there anything we can do to counteract all this blue light?
There is actually one thing that looks pretty promising.
Okay, tell me.
It's called red light therapy.
Red light therapy.
Yeah, a lot of people think of it as the antidote to all the blue light we're exposed to.
Interesting. How does that work?
So it uses specific wavelength of red and near-infrared light to stimulate good stuff at the cellular level.
Okay.
It's not just any red light, though. It has to be the right wavelengths to actually have an effect on our cells.
So it's like tuning into the right radio frequency.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. And these particular wavelengths, they've been shown to increase cellular energy production, reduce inflammation, and promote healing and repair all over the body.
Wow. So it's like giving our cells a boost.
Yeah, like a little bit of extra vitality.
I like it.
So they can function better.
What kind of benefit can you expect from this red light therapy?
Well, there's a lot of potential benefits.
Okay.
One of the most well-documented is better sleep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, unlike blue light, which keeps you awake, red light doesn't mess with your natural sleep cycle.
So it helps you relax and get a good night's sleep.
Exactly.
That sounds amazing.
It's not just sleep, though. Red light therapy can also reduce inflammation.
Oh, wow. Inflammation is linked to so many health problems.
It is. It's a big deal.
So how does red light therapy actually reduce inflammation?
Well, remember how we talked about it boosting cellular energy?
Yeah.
When your cells have more energy, they can do a better job of repairing and regenerating themselves.
Okay.
And that helps to reduce inflammation throughout the body.
So it's like a natural anti-inflammatory.
You could say that.
And that can help with all sorts of things.
Yeah, from skin problems like acne and eczema to pain management for things like arthritis.
This is incredible. I'm already sold.
There's more.
Oh.
There are also claims that red light therapy can boost collagen production and reduce wrinkles.
Wait, really?
There's some promising research on that.
So red light therapy could actually help reverse the damage from blue light.
It's possible.
And boost collagen at the same time.
Yeah, it's like a double whammy against aging.
I need this in my life.
It's definitely an exciting area of research.
Yeah.
And while more studies are needed to confirm all the benefits, the initial findings are pretty encouraging.
That's great to hear.
And it's not just for aesthetics either. Athletes are using red light therapy to recover faster from workouts and injuries.
Wow.
It can even enhance their performance.
So red light therapy is good for everyone.
Pretty much.
I definitely want to try it out.
Yeah.
What are some practical ways to incorporate it into my routine?
Well, there are all sorts of devices out there.
Okay.
From small handheld units to big panels that can cover your whole body.
Wow.
It really depends on what you're looking for and how much you want to spend.
Okay, what are some of the most common types of devices?
One popular option is a red light therapy panel.
Okay.
Those are the bigger ones that emit light over a wider area. So they're good for treating your back or legs or just for overall wellness and skin rejuvenation.
Okay, what about if I just want something for my face?
There are smaller handheld devices specifically for that.
Oh, cool.
They target wrinkles and fine lines and other signs of aging.
Right.
And they're usually more affordable than the big panels.
That sounds perfect. Are there any specific brands or products you recommend?
It's always good to do your research,
Yeah.
Look for a reputable brand that uses high-quality LEDs and has a good warranty.
Okay.
But a few brands that come to mind are Mito, Red Light Jove, and Platinum LED.
I've heard of Jove. They seem to be pretty popular.
They are. They make good quality devices.
Okay, cool. Is there anything else I should keep in mind when I'm choosing a device?
Yeah, pay attention to the wavelengths of light that it emits.
Okay.
You generally want a device that offers both red light, which is around 660 nanometers, and near-infrared light around 850 nanometers.
Why both?
They penetrate the skin to different depths and have slightly different effects.
Oh, okay.
Red light is good for skin health and surface level issues.
Right.
While near-infrared light can go deeper and is more effective for pain relief and healing deeper tissues.
So it's like a 1-2 punch for wellness.
Exactly.
What about safety? Are there any risks or side effects?
Red light therapy is generally considered safe when you use it as directed.
Okay.
It's non-invasive and it doesn't use heat or chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
It's always best to start with shorter sessions, though,
Right.
and gradually increase the time as you get used to it.
Right.
And of course, if you have any health concerns, you should talk to your doctor before you start any new therapy.
That makes sense. This has been so informative.
I'm glad you found it helpful.
I feel like I've learned so much about red light therapy, and I'm really excited to try it out.
That's great.
Any final words of wisdom before we move on?
Just remember, red light therapy is a tool, not a magic bullet.
Oh.
It works best when it's part of a holistic approach to wellness.
Right.
So don't forget about things like sleep stress management and a healthy diet.
Got it. So I can't just stay up all night watching Netflix under a red light.
Probably not the best idea, but when you use it thoughtfully and consistently, it can be a really powerful way to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And maybe even offset some of the negative effects of our digital world.
That's a good point. This deep dive has been so insightful.
I agree. It's been a great conversation.
I'm feeling cautiously optimistic about the future of aging.
I think that's a good place to be.
Yeah.
Aging is a natural part of life.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be something we fear. If we're proactive and open to new ideas, we might be able to not only live longer, but live better too.
It's absolutely well said. It's been a pleasure chatting with you.
Likewise.
And to all our listeners out there, we hope this deep dive has given you a fresh perspective on aging in the digital age. It's a rapidly changing world out there.
It is.
And we encourage you to stay curious, stay informed, and stay engaged in shaping a future where aging is not something to be afraid of,
right,
but a chapter to embrace with all the vitality and wisdom that comes with it.
I love that.
Until next time, keep exploring.
Okay, so we've talked about how different generations are aging, the whole blue light thing and the potential of red light therapy, but now I kind of want to zoom out and look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
With all this crazy technology going on, are we like entering this new era where we don't just live longer, but we live better?
It's definitely an exciting time to be looking into this stuff. There's so much research happening on longevity.
Okay.
We're like on the verge of all these breakthroughs in biohacking and personalized medicine and even artificial intelligence. Wow, that's kind of blowing my mind. Are we talking about like uploading our consciousnesses into robots?
Well, that might be a little ways off.
Okay.
But one area that's really interesting right now is research on cellular senescence.
Cellular what?
Senescence, basically, these are cells that stop working properly as we age.
Okay.
They can cause inflammation and contribute to all sorts of age-related diseases.
So they're like bad cells.
You could say that some people even call them zombie cells.
Zombie cells. That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, but the good news is that scientists are figuring out how to deal with them.
Oh, really?
They're developing therapies that can actually target and eliminate these senescent cells.
So we can get rid of the zombies.
Exactly.
And that could slow down aging or even reverse it.
Potentially, yeah.
So it's like cleaning up the junk in our bodies?
Yeah, like a cellular spring cleaning.
So our bodies can function better.
Exactly. And there's also a lot of progress happening in genetics and personalized medicine.
Right, I've heard about that.
We're learning more and more about how our genes affect aging and disease. And that means we might be able to develop treatments that are tailored to each individual.
Oh, wow. So instead of just like a one-size-fits-all approach to health, we could have treatments designed just for us based on our genes.
Exactly. Imagine a future where you can get a simple genetic test.
Okay.
And it tells you if you're predisposed to certain age-related conditions.
Okay.
And then you can take steps to prevent those conditions.
I like it.
Through lifestyle changes or targeted therapies or even personalized medications.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
But it also makes me think about like access and fairness.
Right.
Will everyone be able to afford these fancy treatments, or will it just be for rich people?
That's a really important question.
Yeah.
And it's something we need to address head on. We can't let these new technologies just widen the gap between the haves and the have-nots.
It's not just about living longer. It's about living well.
Absolutely. It's about extending health span, not just lifespan.
Exactly. And I think it's important to remember that technology itself isn't good or bad.
Right.
It's how we use it that matters.
Exactly. We've talked about the negative effects of blue light.
Yeah.
But technology can also be a really powerful tool for connection and learning and even promoting healthy habits.
So it's about finding that balance.
Yeah, we need to use technology in a way that benefits us.
Right. Without letting it take over.
Exactly. And that's where awareness comes in. If we understand how technology affects us, we can make conscious choices about how we use it.
Right. And maybe even use things like red light therapy to counteract the negative effects.
It's definitely a possibility.
This whole deep dive has been so eye-opening.
I'm glad to hear that.
I'm feeling pretty good about the future of aging.
Yeah. I think a healthy dose of optimism is a good thing. Aging is a natural part of life.
Right.
It doesn't have to be something we dread.
Yeah.
If we're proactive and we're open to new ideas, we can age gracefully and enjoy those extra years to the fullest.
Well said. It's been awesome exploring all this with you.
Likewise.
And to everyone listening, we hope this deep dive has given you some new things to think about when it comes to aging in this crazy digital age.
Definitely.
It's a world that's changing so fast.
It is.
So stay curious, stay informed, and stay involved in shaping a future where aging isn't something to be afraid of, but something to embrace with all the wisdom and experience that comes with it.
I love that.
Until next time, keep exploring.